I am Babaji, the mediator between the worlds and the preserver of life on all levels of creation. I am without beginning and without end. I am the I am of creation. I am now among you. Beloved person, bearers of the torch of light, embodied truth of life and awakened consciousness, who have taken their place in this chair today and who are listening to this transmission today wherever and whenever. The time has come when you should no longer hide your light. The time has come to show our colors and show our flag. The time that invites you to step into the light and before the curtain has arrived. The world needs courageous, self-respecting people, because it is time to establish peace in the hearts of people. You are told that wars are necessary for peace to come about. You are told that it takes chaos to create order. You are told what separates you and what unites you is negated. In this way, unrest dominates, in this way humanity cannot find peace, and in this way the inner development of man is thwarted. Stop giving these phenomena any importance. Don't waste time worrying about what is or what might come, but invest all your strength and energy in cleaning up your own consciousness. Waging war to achieve peace is the greatest error a person can fall into and is the greatest illusion a person can fall into. U-turn. Look at the world. Has war ever brought about lasting peace? Even though there are long periods of absence of war, true, lasting peace has never been achieved in the history of humanity as you know it. Therefore, it is important to turn around and initiate a turnaround in thinking, feeling, and acting. This means healing your heart and experiencing inner peace for yourself. Not an inner standstill or becoming invisible because you can no longer bear the world, but a peace that comes from stepping out into the world and people, a peace that comes from courageously living your path, your mission, and your calling for all to see. Stepping into the light is what matters now for the awakened and for those who claim to be awakened, to step into the light instead of fearfully hiding behind the curtain. These days are full of events, full of changes, full of twists and turns, because evil does not want to leave this earth voluntarily. The dark wants to assert its place and the entities of cold light do not want to admit defeat. What battle needs to be fought? What must be done to end this state and enter the light of the golden age? Should you fight an external battle or take on the internal battle with yourself? Where do you stand in your self-perception, and what corresponds to your actual development? What does spirituality mean to you? Is it an anchor that sustains you when things are going badly? Or is it a mission you live and carry out into the world? What does God mean to you? Do you trust His guidance? Do you understand His grace or do everyday events cause you to doubt or even despair? Orient yourself, beloved one, for it is time for a renewed, truthful, and profound assessment of your soul and heart. Where do you most need divine light, and which areas of your soul, heart, psyche, and body require the greatest healing? What hasn't been seen yet, what has been ignored, what needs to be done, even if you believe you've already done so much or everything. Beloved person, what I am talking about here is a new level of consciousness that needs to be integrated into everyday life and lived in everyday life. The spiritual transformation work, if it has truly taken place, must produce visible results. A successful transformation is followed by visible success. When people say, "Look, there he is, look, there she is, look, there he is, look, there she is," then you have stepped out of the shadows into the light. War or peace? No question. The time when you hid the light under a bushel, concealed it, and hid yourself, that time is over. Today, the old systems are being tested for truth by the cosmic light, and they will not be able to withstand this test much longer. This is where you come into play, this is where you enter the stage of life, and this is where it becomes meaningful for you. For what is needed now are people who, from their healed hearts, set visible accents, which means reclaiming their own kingdom of peace in order to remove the basis for the question of war and peace. Everything comes from you, everything comes from the individual, everything is subject to the healing of your heart. Therefore, intensify your efforts, raise your consciousness work to the next level, and begin communicating externally what you have realized within. Get involved where you feel called, where you are needed, and where you recognize your place in life. The time of non-interference has passed, just as the time in which light bearers and light beings limit themselves to meditation in their rooms or complete their spiritual exercises in seclusion. Radiance of the heart this time needs people who visibly work for the light and who end the darkness in this world with the radiance of their hearts. Where war is touted as a means to peace, live the opposite by taming your own warlike nature and perceiving, accepting, and learning to love the inner conflicts that throw you off track, in order to then end them. JJK, how do you end conflicts or wars in your own environment? I'm thinking of the many differences of opinion between people. Even within your own family, there are as many opinions as there are family members. This can sometimes escalate into major disagreements, or wars. How do you end these or leave this zone? Babaji, by confidently standing up for who you are, and, if no bridges can be built with others, moving out of their energy and distancing yourself from them. The first step that must happen is that you lose interest in such conflicts, then you are instantly no longer part of the game. Either you will be perceived as a spoilsport, or hearts will open to you because people will recognize in you the one who is leading the way, the one who no longer responds to traditional behavior. What needs to happen is your inner disconnection from the energy of contentiousness and war, in which in the end the louder, the stronger, the more powerful, the more ruthless, or often just the stupider, prevails.